Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you guys how to use Gridlock for Rfactor, kind of explain how it works a little bit. Um, Gridlock is a really good program to use for leagues and pickup races. You'll basically what it'll do is you'll have everybody qualify, and you'll open up Gridlock, and you'll be able to put people in certain positions, whether they start first in their heat, second in their heat, and same with B mains and A mains. There is ways for you to do it by hand, but this makes it 10 times easier. I will also have a link in the description to download this Gridlock. First we'll get started. Just open up the Gridlock server, or the Gridlock folder. You'll have the Gridlock right here. When you open it, it'll say load an old event or start a new event. We'll do start a new event. And right here, right away, it pops up with qualifying. You'll kind of go over all the buttons and everything. We got qualifying tab, heats, dash, B mains, and A main. And as you progress through the night, you'll go to each one as you get to it. So we'll leave it on qualifying. Right here at the bottom, you have heats, dash, B mains, and A main. And I'll kind of show you guys what that's all about as I go on. So first thing you'll want to do is make sure you're an admin in the Rfactor server. And after you qualify, you will go to warm up, and once you go to warm up, it will actually save a file in your Rfactor folder. So I'll show you that now. If you go to your Rfactor folder and go to user data, log, and results, now you'll see that my folder is empty. If I hit compatibility files at the top, it'll bring up all of my files. I know if you have Windows 7, Windows likes to really hide files on you. So if you do not see any files in there and you do not see the compatibility button at the top, Windows was actually hiding my files, and I'll kind of show you guys where it stuck them. If you go to your users folder, and usually it's in the folder that your main folder, it's usually your name, it'll have the little lock on it. You'll go through there, you'll click on app data, local, go down to virtual store, then there's my program files, Rfactor, user data, log, and results, and then they show up in here as well. If you cannot find them in here, you'll have to go and Google on how to find hidden folders. For some reason, I know Windows likes to hide stuff on you and not let you see it. So if you go and Google that, if you cannot find any of this, go Google how to unlock hidden folders, and you'll be able to find it. Alright, so now that's where our files are going to go to. So now we'll actually go up to load results, click on qualifying, and you're going to want to go to the go through all that app data, local, virtual store, and user data, log, and results. Alright, now you see a bunch of different files here, and they actually have dates on them. I would recommend either deleting all of these when you're done from previous times, or put them in a different folder if you choose to keep them, but that way you don't mix everything up. So after you're done qualifying, you'll have a folder or a file here, and it'll have a Q on the end. That'll be your qualifying. You'll double click that or just open it. Now it'll pull up everybody and where they qualified. Now what you'll do is you can either hold shift and click at the bottom, it'll highlight everybody, or you can just kind of do one driver at a time, or you can click at the top, hold shift, click down, it'll highlight everybody. You're going to highlight everybody. Now what you're going to want to do is, basically these are the 4 buttons you can do with all these players. You can either transform all to heats, go to dashes, B mains, or A main, but we'll actually want to do heats. So we'll hit heats, and you'll see right at the bottom it moved all those racers into the heats. So now what we'll do is we'll click create heats. We'll do 4 heats, then it'll ask you how many laps. I'll put 10, hit OK. Alright, now that's all set up. Now at the top here we'll click on heats, and there it is. It lines everybody up exactly where they're supposed to be for their heat races. Dustin Burke qualified fastest, so he goes first heat 1. Austin Simpson qualified second fastest, he goes into heat 2, and so on. And now you notice we got a bunch of tabs underneath all the drivers. Let's say somebody comes in late, you can click add driver, and you'll want to make sure that you type their name exactly how it is in Rfactor and hit OK. And it'll ask for what position. You can put whatever position. You can actually click on drivers, you can move them up and down. You can remove drivers, you can do a partial invert, total invert, or you can just completely randomize the field. And once you're completely done and you're ready to run it, click set grid, and it'll write the batch file for you. So you get back in Rfactor, make sure you're an admin, type /batch space heat1 and hit enter, and you should see the batch file being pulled up and putting everybody in the correct position. And you do the same thing to all the heats. Make sure everything's fine, the lineup's good, add, remove people as you wish. Click set grid, it'll be the same thing, /batch heat2, /batch heat3, and heat4. Okay, now let's say all your heat races are done. We'll click on results here. Once again, we'll go to the top, click load results, go to heats, heat1. Now after each race you'll see a file with an R on it. Sometimes after each race it'll give you 2 files, sometimes it'll give 1. If you click the wrong one and hit open, you'll notice nothing shows up. So we'll go back down to heats, heat1. Now we'll try the race file below that one, and there goes, it shows up. So that's heat1. Go back up to load results, heats, heat2. Click that and just keep going. You just want to make sure that you double check that it's actually pulling up the right heat races. Whoops, let's try that again. Like I said, this might not be correct. I'm just kind of pulling up some stuff just to show you. Okay. So we got all of our results here. Now let's say you want to do a B main. Okay, let's say you are top 2 from each heat race will go into the A main. So now what you'll do is we'll go to heat 1. Once again, I'll click on the top guy, I'll hit shift or hold shift, click on the second guy, and they're both highlighted. Now we'll go down to this box down here that says transfer. Now if you're having a dash, you can click to dash, B main or A main. So we'll take the top 2 and we'll go to A main. Click A main, you'll notice that it puts those top 2 guys into the A main section down here. Now what we'll do is we'll click on the third guy, hold down shift, click on the bottom guy, and these are the guys who want to go to the B main. So now we'll hit 2 B mains, and there it goes. It'll add those guys to the B main. And just same thing for each heat race. We'll highlight the top 2 guys, go to A main, click on the third guy, click on the bottom guy, and go to B main. And just so on all the way to heat 3 to heat 4. And obviously once you're done with that, you want to start your B main. So now what we'll do is we'll click create B mains. Number of B mains. We'll just do 1, say number of laps 15. Okay, now it's got our B main set up. Now we'll have to go to the tab at the top, click on B mains. There it is. I'll have the guys set up just like previous. You can either add drivers, remove, inverts, whatever. So if anybody comes in late, you can always have them tag the B main. And once again, once that's done, of course hit set grid. Then you'll want to type in /batch space B main 1. It'll pull up all those drivers, it'll put them in their positions. You'll start the race. Here's the results. We'll go to load results. Go to B mains, B main 1. Load that. And from here you can choose how many people transfer into the A main. We'll say we'll take like half the field. Click transfer to A main. You'll see it adds them to the A main. Everything's ready to go. We'll click create A main. Number of laps will go 40. And now we'll go to the top tab of the A main. And here's our lineup. Once again, you can always add drivers, remove, inverts, whatever. Click set grid /batch space A main. And it should load everybody in the right spots. It's pretty simple. It's probably my favorite gridlock. The only thing it doesn't do is penalty batches. For those of you who don't know what penalty batches are, if you're running flags on in your server, the pace car will come out during cautions and it will actually add laps. And sometimes racers will get penalized for, or they'll get penalties for jumping the start or for whatever odd reason. Sometimes you give people penalties for no reasons, and what a penalty batch would do is, instead of removing people's penalties one at a time, which would take forever, you can actually make a file that will delete everybody's penalty if they have one. So other than that, if people do not get their penalties removed, they will be DQ'd from the race. And so penalty batches are really really important. You can actually do them by hand, but fortunately this one does not have the penalty batch with it. But yeah, that's about it. The dash will work the same way as all the other ones if you ever do a dash. You know, in your heat races you can highlight all the racers, click to dash, create the dash, pick your laps, go in there, set the grid, results, load the results, put the dash in there, and you can move them to the B or A, whatever you please. Like I said, I hope you guys learn a lot from this video. It's pretty simple. It might take you a couple times to get used to it, but it's really useful. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.